What's going on, Digidestin? Did you hear? Bring more V-Pets. We are still on our run of the Pendulum Z's, guys. We are pretty much nearing the end of this first run, and then we'll start a second run as soon as that's over. Alright, so as we did say or predicted, they did digivolve into the next forms from the ultimates. So now we have Gogmamon turned into a poop, doing a poop. Turned into Ancient Volcaimon. Ancient Volcaimon. Pretty cool looking Digimon. Not one of my favorites though. It's one of those giant rock. It basically is a giant asteroid looking volcano. It has a really cool close-up scene though, which I'll get to a little bit. But other than that, it's not one of my favorite Digimon. This is gonna be the end of the line for this Digimon. If they could digivolve, or again, you can see it at the very end over here where it says Jogress. Because there's Excel, that means they cannot Jogress at all. That means they're donezo for this form. So, I'm not going to start another egg today, but we'll start another egg, I believe, right after Thanksgiving, guys. So, stay tuned for that. This device, we have a poop over here, of course. Alright. Oops. This one can't Jogress either. This is Ancient Mermaimon. Also very unique looking Digimon. I love this one's sprite a lot. No, even though it's quite small, it matches up with its artwork beautifully. I like to think that the people who work on these devices outdid themselves on the sprite work compared to the DMXs. Some of the DMX stuff I didn't like too much because it's just a bunch of rehashes of old pixels. That was a little bit bland to me. But these devices, Pendulum Z's, I love them. This one has a okay close-up. We'll get to that in a little bit. I don't like this one's close-up as much. It's a little bit more messy, but let me know what you guys think in a bit. All right. And last but not least, the what's it called? Not Deep Sabers, the Nightmare Soldiers. Very cool looking Digimon. The sprite, beautiful. Came from Neo Devimon. Neo Devimon had an awesome sprite too. This is Dun Devimon, or it's here Dan Devimon, but the localization is going to be Dun Devimon. Spoiler warning, it shows up in the anime too. This Digimon is very cool looking. The close-up is probably the best one I've seen so far that I like. Let me show you that right away then. Alright, so it needs one arrow. Oops, that's too much. Very sensitive, guys. Hold. Alright. Look at that. That is just pure beautiful awesomeness, guys. It looks exactly like its artwork counterpart, and it's a nice, perfect pixelated version of its close-up face. I'd love it. If I had a grading system, that would get an A+, even an S if we had an S class. Going backwards, let's look at Ancient Mermaimon. These 3 arrows. Hold it a little bit. All right. Yeah, it's okay. It's not the best. It's better than most. It is better than most, but it just looks a little bit messy to me. I see what they're trying to go for with the kind of cross hatching ish pixelization to make it like darker, and to get the scaly effect. Which, I mean, in hindsight, when you think about it, it doesn't seem nice, but it just doesn't translate well. And last but not least, Ancient Volcaimons. Ooh. Ancient Volcaimons definitely looks better, I think. I like Ancient Volcaimons, even though I don't like the Digimon itself. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Which of these sprites do you think is the best looking close-up sprites, or the sprites in general? I think personally I like the Dun Devimon. Dun Devimon just has such an awesome looking close-up, and the sprite itself, it's really good looking. I don't know if I said that, but Dun Devimon is also done digivolving. Get it done. Scroll back over there quick. Yep, it's also done digivolving. So, and Ancient Mermaimon's also done. Digivolving for now. No more. They're not. None of these are able to Jugrest at all, guys. So what we can do is we can put them in backup mode right now and start a new egg, or let them die and start a new egg that way. But what I'm gonna try to do now is try to go all the way to beat the whole Coliseum with just these three. See how well I do. Hopefully I can beat it all, and I'll start a new egg right after Thanksgiving, guys. And that's pretty much it for this, guys. That's the end of this first run. Thank you guys for following along this far. Now let's talk about something else, or come do a comparison talk. So I'll be right back, and we'll talk about comparing them to the Pendulum 20ths. Welcome back, guys. So in the background here, we have the Pendulum 20ths, Wave 1, and the Wave 2. The Silver Black one, Silver Blue, Dukemon version, and Beelzebubmon version. These were all released around 2018. I got them pre-ordered way back then, so it didn't cost me too much. Right now, they're going to cost you quite a lot if you want to try to get into them. So I don't suggest that unless you have a lot of money to throw. Anyways, these are brand new. Again, the Pendulum Z's are brand new. They just came out last week, I believe around the 15th, 16th. And I've had them for a little bit, about a week now, I guess. About a week now, almost a whole week. I am enjoying Pendulum Z's very much. They are a fresh take on the DMXs, the Digimon Digital Monster X. They brought over all the best qualities, I feel, of the Digital Monster X, leaving behind the Psi system. I wasn't really a big fan of the Psi system on those bricks, mostly because it felt like it took a lot of time. I do like the Psi system on like the D Cybers. Hold on, let me show you. So I do like the Psi system on this because you have this screen up here that does it for you, that shows it for you, and the lights and sounds and everything. But as far as it goes on the Digital Monster X's, not a big fan of those. They're okay, but the shell colors are awesome, but they're just don't do it for me, guys. Now, comparing the two devices, the first thing you would notice probably right away is if you look into it, the 20th anniversary ones, they have a huge roster, guys. Each one has at least 3 eggs from the original line, because there are six pendulums. Originally, there are 6 pendulums, and then for the first wave, 3 of them are on the silver black one, and 3 of them are on the silver blue one. So already you have 3 times the amount of Digimon you can raise. Plus, that's not even including all the secrets, it's not secrets, but the unlockable Digimon you can have on them. Now, the new Pendulum Z's, they do have unlockables, but not a whole lot compared to the Pendulum 20ths. The Pendulum 20ths, the Wave 2s, those had a few new different versions, and when you connected them, you unlock something else too. Both of them, overall, I do enjoy the Pendulum 20ths a lot. They're probably my favorite device up until the Pendulum Z's. Pendulum Z's just bring something new to the table. You still have the shaking function, but the shaking function is not dumbed down. I don't want to say dumbed down, but it's easier. It's easier to use. It's simplified, but not in like a bad way. I feel like it's a really good step up, because you only have to do shake like maybe 4 or 5 times. And it's not bad, guys. You don't have to break your arm shaking it back and forth like really crazy, because on the Pendulum 20ths you have to shake a minimum of 4 times at least, depending on what you want your mega hit or giga hit to be, compared to up to like 16 or possibly more. So you can break your arm off that way. Kidding. But on the Pendulum Z's, it's way simpler than that. Leveling, I feel like it's pretty simple too. The level system adds like a whole nother layer to it. I don't know. I always felt the level system on the DMXs took a long time to fight or to progress or level up. But on the Pendulum Z's, since they're so new, maybe just because they're so new, so maybe I'm biased here, guys, but it just doesn't seem to take very long to level up to the next forms. I don't know for certain, but I would wager that it's basically the same amount of EXP to get the same levels as the DMX stuff. So they just copy that stuff all over, so they didn't have to do too much work. With that being said, I do enjoy the DMXs. I do still enjoy the Pendulum 20ths, but the Pendulum Z's are pretty much going to be my new favorites now. They all the devices, all kinds of Digimon V-Pets, all kind of V-Pets. They all have the pros and cons. Some of the cons of these ones, though, I feel like, let me think quick. Do they have a con? The cons. I guess the biggest con, the most biggest con, is that they have a smaller egg roster. Like, it'd be cool if you could have more eggs on them. Maybe in, like, I guess 20 years, we'll have a 20th anniversary of the Pendulum Z's, and they'll have only 2 devices, and they have a bunch of different eggs on them. That's a long time from now. But that's probably the biggest flaw in them. The other flaw, let's see. One flaw, some people might debate if this is a flaw or not, is the shell itself, because some of these colors are not too attractive by themselves. With this painting decal sticker thing, whatever, it makes them look a little bit better. They are growing on me. I'm starting to love all of them more, even the brown and pink one over here. So as far as that goes, some people might say that's a flaw compared to these ones, where they don't have that. You can't scratch up the shell really, other than like physically taking something and scratching and peeling it off, because they're all made exactly. The shell is actually that color. Compared to this, if you took a sharp knife or something, you could probably scrape this off or something like that. Maybe use nail polish remover or something. I don't know. So that might be another flaw. As for the flaw of one of the Pendulum 20Fs, too much shaking is probably one of the biggest gripes, I think. That's probably the biggest thing I can think of right now. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think are some of the pros and cons of each device, guys. I'm having a really hard time thinking about them. That's mostly it, but like, even then, the shaking isn't too bad. The only thing is you look weird in public, but same thing goes with these ones. But it is, again, like I said said before, it's simplified, so you don't have to shake it like 20 times on these ones compared to these ones. And a major pro on the Pendulum Z's is that you have that arrow system and the sound system now. So when you shake it, when you get to a certain amount of arrows, it'll tell you, it'll beep each time you get a certain arrow. So that helps a lot. Of course, the original Pendulum 20Fs here, these they'll show you the number of how much you got in your shake, I believe. It's been a long time since I ran them, guys. But so they both have the pros and cons. Overall, again, going back, I think Pendulum Z's are going to be my favorite. They have some of the most diverse and new lines on Digimon that we've seen in a long time. And the Pendulum X's are pretty diverse and wide too, actually. But these pendulums, they pretty much just copied over the original lines from the original pendulums, and then they added a few more lines here and there, and they're kind of wham bam and thank you, ma'am. They're done. So yeah, what do you guys think? Guys? What are your thoughts on these devices? Again, I really like the Pendulum Z's. Pendulum 20's not far behind though. It's really close to neck and neck, guys. But going forward, probably again like the Pendulum Z's the most. And the shell colors, they just pop out a lot. These ones pop out a lot too, but I feel like they cost so much now, guys. I don't want to like damage them, because these two over here I've seen people listing for $200. I don't know if people are going to buy them for $200, but these are getting hard to find. The Digimon version and the Beelzebumon version, brand new at least. And the silver black one, that one seems to pop up a lot every now and then, brand new, but it's not quite as expensive as all the other ones. I don't really see silver blue come up too often. I don't really look too much into the older devices because I don't really have a need to go buy more devices. Also kind of broke. I shouldn't be buying things, but I still do. My little hobby here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Again, tomorrow I'll probably talk about something else. Quick. I haven't thought of it yet, but I'll talk about something else for the next video, for a Thanksgiving video, and then we'll have probably won't have any video right after Thanksgiving, but we'll have a video right after Thanksgiving-ish, and then you'll have an egg. We'll do a new egg. So make sure, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel, please. Really helps a lot. Make sure you hit the notification bell to get notified when I put a new video out, because YouTube algorithms can be wonky. Make sure you, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. It really goes a long way, guys. All the views, all the comments, and all the likes really help, make this channel pop up more. And as always, guys, don't forget to feed your digital pets. Peace.